and they will be playing every single stop of the Eureka Poker Tour representing full-tilt poker. And they will also play online as round pros and be interacting with qualifiers and just overall enhancing the experience for our qualifiers. And so we have Hannes Oljan and Andras Nemeth representing Croatia and Hungary. So they're really happy to do as many interviews as you like during the week and today. So that's our side of it, and Maria's going to talk about the POKERSTARS side. So.
Okay, well, welcome to everybody to Eureka, Croatia, and to this gorgeous venue. So actually we do have quite a lot of POKERSTARS players here, so we will start first with Matej Marinovic. He's our sponsored player for Croatia. And then Dag Pavlovic, he's a team pro for Slovakia. And then we have Dani Bavec, sponsored player for Slovenia. And we're very happy also to have another team pro, two team pros at Eureka Croatia. It's like the first one, and some more even on the venue. So there is Johnny Long from Norway. So just feel free to ask any questions.
What's the difference between, is there a huge difference between playing against these guys who are 100% amateurs? Obviously there is, but what's the difference? And you guys?
It's much worse to play the amateurs.
Are they unpredictable?
They're very unpredictable. They may be rich, which is a deadly combination.
Rich and unpredictable.
Yeah, but
Rich and unpredictable.
It's a deadly combination for them.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah. I mean, they're not the ones usually to finish in the final table. I don't know, maybe John might have a bit on that.
No, it's... Before I'd love to play against qualifiers, but now, lately, when you get to know the professional more and more, you know their style, but of course they're better to play than the fishes, than the amateurs. But you just have to mix it up because everybody plays different styles. So every table is different, every player is playing different. So you just have to see, like, there's a bunch of scared players that don't want to play pots against you, and there's always one or two guys that want to bluff you. You just have to figure out who's who.
Thank you.
I prefer to play with men because, you know, for me, women are very unpredictable, and I think I can better read the men than the women.
Thank you. Okay, I have a question. Do you think that women play better poker than men, or different poker, or
Well,
different style?
Yes, but I don't think so. You know, it's all kind of styles in poker. There's no difference, but about the woman and the man and the poker.
Male opinion?
I think that if there is no huge piece of man in a woman, they play with different style and different game. I agree.
How different?
But it's different because you have the mother instinct. So you have that's the reason. That's the reason. You know, I'm the bungee jumper, so I like to jump bungee, you know, with the rope, of course. But to women, you know, you have to protect your children, your family, the fire at home 2,000 years ago. So yeah, but don't you agree with me, John?
He does, but he keeps quiet.
I'm not married, I have no girlfriend at the moment, so I can be a little bit straight. That's my opinion. Don't take it that way.
Do you actually think that the women play more conservative, or how bad?
Yeah, well, they play different. They play different.
Okay, thank you.
Don't you think that men usually underestimate women as opponents at the table? Because they do, well, she's a woman, she can play poker and try to make something out of it. Couldn't it be that advantage?
Oh, I don't think so. No. It's always a joke about the woman at the table like this, you know. But
yeah, I'm not joking. If just players don't try to prove something for themselves, like, oh, she's a woman, she cannot beat me or so.
Okay, well, yeah, kind of, because men don't like to lose for a woman, you know.
If I can jump in just for a second about my opinion about this, I think that there are way less good women poker players than men. But the reason for that is that there are way less women poker players overall. So like if there's a tournament with 500 players, like 480 is going to be men, 20 women. So there's going to be only like 1 or 2 women who can play, but there's going to be only like 40, 50 guys who are really good as well. So it's not about being women or men, but just overall there are way less players. And there are really, really good women players as well, and really bad, which is true for men as well. So
probably there is a reason why there is so less women in the field than the men, so that's already the answer, I think, for the question.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but that's why you're sitting on that side, and that's why I'm
I can see why he's still single.
But if I can jump in, I mean, anything that distracts your concentration can be regarded as a different style of play. So if you've got a pretty woman, it's going to distract you. If you are a normally filled with testosterone kind of man, it's probably the same when you play celebrities. So you have something which influences your judgment, maybe slightly, maybe not. But and I think it's a predominantly man's world, also the poker world. And I think the only relevant judgment you can take on that is maybe at the time when more women engage in poker. Up till now, there have been like scarcely. So I think it's a deep sociological question. We don't get the answer here.
But I think if you are a good pro, of course, that you should be able to eliminate the influence of the factor that you are playing against the women. So I know a lot of friends of mine, they have they get huge problems to play the women because you get
or if you have a good-looking dealer.
Yeah, that's the problem. But if you are a good pro, you should be able to eliminate it really very easy.
That's true.
Do you play online, and what's the difference? Is it I don't know, is the pressure isn't the same?
It's a big difference because when you play online, you play lots of tables. You can play multi tables and many tournaments, but for live you must travel sometimes for many hours to come to one place, and I think that's something that's biggest difference for me, you know, because I care much more for live tournament than online tournament. I don't care. I go out in my online tournament. There is always next tournament in, I don't know, 15 minutes. But if you go out in a live tournament, then you must pack your things and go home. More sad. But of course, there's difference between. Guys, can you help me?
Oh, we don't play online.
There's a very big difference. I feel like online I never do well, almost. But live tournaments, I sometimes do good. But that's mostly because people can. When you play online, nobody can see you, and then you even like little boys sits at home, push the computer, pushing people around. But if they come live, they get nervous and they get. It's such a big difference. People are playing so much tighter and much more scared when they play live, and they're nervous, so then they don't even dare to bluff because they can't handle the chips when they're going to push it out, and you just give up instead. Online, it's just you can just push a button and push the pressure on. It's like it's two different games for me playing live and online.
It's the online is much more about mathematics, about the numbers. About the time and these things, and live game is based on the psychology. If you are really good in psychology, you are getting big advantage in the live game. So that's why I'm a live pro and I play online, but my core business is gonna be live game.
I think you just don't have the edge anymore.
I never had the edge online, so for me.
Well, you have loads of edge.
Online games are very different as well because you have all kind of programs you can download, and you have stats on every player you're playing against. Which live you have to get the basic yourself. So experience live is really important.
Plus all the things you talk about poker being important, like the mental state you're in, the physical condition you're in. It's just you can't read that if you're online. Just like he said, it might be a 5-year-old kid who just told his dad's credit card. And live, you can just take your time and test your patience. a look around and see if you're any good at gathering information. And I truly believe there's no edge anymore online. It's just become so huge and gigantic. It's just like another game.
In the light game, maybe even within 30 seconds, if you are good in reading people, in 30 seconds, in 1 minute, you know your opponents a little bit. Of course, you can't predict everything, but if you can make groups like for 80%, I think it's helping a lot. So while I'm sitting at the table, I scan the table. That's how it works.
Plus, you can wait for them outside the casino with the gun.
Actually, I think that what is separating myself from the rest of the field, there are things which are connected with the Shaolin monks' meditation, so like the work with the energy chi, like the ancient Chinese people. So I think that an approach to my life. So I think that these are things which are separating me from the rest of the field quite a lot, I think. So I'm doing a lot of things mental, a lot of meditations, and so it's maybe a little bit far away from poker and from money, but there's a difference.
To use that on the table.
I'm still not so far, but you could be very, very surprised what everything could give you, the meditations, and it's like Shaolin monks. Just Google what Shaolin monks are able to do. So, and imagine that you can do little bit similar things at the table. Actually, what it can learn you, it's one thing. For example, usually if you see the aces, even if you are a pro, you get higher heartbeat and everything. Yeah. So through meditations you can do one thing, that even if you are watching your cards, your body will just accept the cards in your head, but you will stop all the vibration, all the vibrations around, which...
You're not giving anything away.
That's it. Actually, I think the tells are not so used, but even everybody's talking about it, everybody's reading some books and everything. Yeah. I think it's much harder to work with the tells. For me, I'm a specialist in this kind of life, but in real life as well. So I think it's very common, it's very used, but not a lot of people is doing that still.
Everyone, what would you be doing if you weren't playing poker? What's that other thing or things in your life that?
What do you do?
I would play in the Premier League.
You would? I am doing the Premier League.
I would have been a teacher, I guess. I think.
Poker teacher?
No.
I was a teacher, and then I started working on the radio, and then I switched to TV, and I'm still there, and I'm in that sense not a true poker pro, which is actually by decision, not by coincidence. And I think it's a nice equilibrium, as you might say.
Are you reading my CV now?
I read it. No, okay. I think life is just way too magic to just throw cards around. I agree.
So I've been involved as well in TV and radio before. Now I'm writing books, so I wrote one about poker with Dubrovnik Loy. Now I'm writing one a crime novel, so I hope that the crime novel is going to be successful, so probably I will be the writer. When I'm joking, I am always saying that I could be the roller of the cigars on Cuba or Porn Star. Otherwise, but seriously, yeah, I could, but I think that there are some things why I couldn't, so I think that I will be the writer. Not any more medias for me, radio, TV.
Goodbye.
Well, I was always liked gaming industry, so I'll probably work something there, making games, PC games, or something like that. That's always fun to me. Every kind of strategy games, something like that. Always like that. And what he said about his book, I'm writing like some scenario for a movie for 4 years, and that's something for me, you know. I'm so happy when I write that. Some weird stories like Tarantino movies. Yeah, I like to write that. I don't know what else?
It's about Lenin. If it's 4 years, it takes so much time.
Yeah. It's because I'm perfect, so I like to be perfect. So I take my time. I want to be really relaxed and I play PC games a lot. So
PlayStation. I bought PlayStation 3 months ago. My first one, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it help with the writing?
It's doing my time.
Eating time.
It's eating time, really. I play only 2 games, so NHL and FIFA.
Oh, FIFA is good.
NHL is better, it's more fun.
Well, probably something in marketing. But my wish is someday to have a restaurant because I love to cook and all that. Because I'm a woman.
I had a job before poker. I was working for Nike, and we were working with sponsored athletes, and run sports and kind of marketing stuff, but very close to the players, and I enjoyed it a lot. But poker came along, and pretty much my interest changed. So I would, if I had to pick a new job now, I would like to learn to be a psychologist. That's I don't know. I just like to interact with people, and I think it's fun and interesting to understand that everything basically depends on your brain and on your mind, and that will make me pick.